gonna grab one of the cheapest electronic deadbolts at the big box hardware store. So we're gonna get a Defiant. It's pretty inexpensive. It's probably the least expensive in the whole place. And let's see how good it is. Hi, I'm Terry from Mr. Locksmith, and what I did, I went to one of the big box stores and I bought one of their least expensive electronic deadbolts. So this is a Defiant Electronic Deadbolt. I think these are rebranded in multiple names. This could even be a rebranded. So they're all coming out of made in China, most of them, and they've got various names, but I'm gonna unbox it. We're gonna take a look at it. In this video, I'm going to unbox it. We'll install it, we'll rekey it, we'll look at the various methods to defeat it, bypass it, and let's just see how it generally does. I kind of love these deadbolts for one reason. When people are locked out, they're very easy to get in. The batteries seem to go bad quickly. I really don't know why. I don't resell these at all. So I just went, picked it up, let's see what it looks like. I've rekeyed them before on job sites. I've replaced these like crazy. If you follow my videos, you know I have particular electronic deadbolts I like, residential as well as commercial. And this is not on the list, but let's just take it apart. Let's see what we got. Hope you enjoyed the video. The Defiant Electronic Keypad Deadbolt comes in different finishes. It's pretty easy to install. Made in Taiwan. I see a lot of this version with different names on it. It's pretty good, easy to install. There's one master code which is changeable, and I recommend you change it because you do not want to have the stock master code. You have a total of 10 user codes. Interesting function which I like. It does an auto lock with adjustable delay, so 10 to 99 seconds, the lock will lock. Now this would be good for most residential doors, and it's adjustable for 2 3/8 and 2 3/4 back set. You need 4 AA batteries, which are not included. They say lifetime guarantee. Okay, so what's the lifetime for? It's 1-year warranty on electronic components. Guarantee does not include normal wear and tear. So how do they have on the front here? Workmanship for the life of the original purchaser. But the electronics is only guaranteed for 1 year. So take warranty with a grain of salt. Your best bet is keep your receipt. So it's not inexpensive. It's under $70. I've seen them as low as $40. I've seen them as high as $70. What's interesting, it takes 4 AA batteries, not included. What a pain in the butt. It's after Christmas, so I'm running short of batteries right now. So there's the box. What do we have inside here? We have so right off the bat, it appears to be, it is a quick set keyway, so KW, quick set keyway. We look on the front here. We're going to take this apart. We're going to rekey it. We're going to look inside. We're going to pick it. We're just going to take this whole thing apart. Most of these locks are similar in the way they're set up. Usually the instructions are just inside the housing. Instructions, and the bolt is, I call them X bolts. This one is adjustable, 2 3/8, 2 3/4. And people who go to the big box stores or wherever they buy their deadbolts or their key knobs or passage sets, one of the biggest problems everybody has is they keep saying, oh, it's too short. Oh, it's too long. Nobody reads the instructions to how to adjust it. This one's just a simple turn. Sometimes they say top. It's got a little arrow and it says up. So if we flip it, then we know that's up. It doesn't appear to be a quality deadbolt. Electronic lock. Let's see how it does. Okay, let's install it and let's see what happens. The bolt's adjustable. So it's 2 3/4. Comes with some little screws here. I never let the apprentices loose with cordless screwdrivers until they've been around for a bit. I didn't read the instructions, but always key out of the lock, bolt out. So take a little flathead, extend the bolt. Now some electronic deadbolts, they want it in, and you got to follow the instructions. I'm just winging it here. Let's see what happens. So if the bolt is out and the key is out, I don't know why it has a little warning label that says do not remove this stick-in, caution. We'll pull it out later. I just want to get it working right now. So we get a little bit of wire. If we look at the tailpiece, it's flat, and you could still put this together wrong. No matter what happens, it's 50-50. But if we look at the timing of it, I want to be able to retract the deadbolt. So it's out, so I got to put it in this way. Again, most North American deadbolts, once the bolt's out and the key's out, they go together correctly. Slip that in there. Installing the next part, we have the inner plate. And it says against door. So that goes against the door. We get a little spot there for our electronics, our wires, I should say. So pretty basic stuff. Start it finger tight to start with. Now we're in the business of snug, don't over tighten them. I got to get this straight at the front a little bit. Let me just adjust it here. Okay, 2 mounting screws. Now these will be important later, the mounting screws. Now we got to put on this piece. Okay, we got 2 little machine screws here. Little set button there too. Snug, that's all. Okay, let's put the batteries in. Pretty basic there. So it says there's an app. Well, let's say we lock it with the button. Now let's see if I do the factory number. Now that is not a good sign. Let's see if we can eliminate that. So let's just look at something else here. So the batteries are in. You can lock and unlock it. Let's put the cover on it. Oh, it clips in. Okay, that's kind of interesting. Looks good. Let's try it with the key. I could lock it, pull my key out, and I can unlock it with the key. Now the quick-set key has a code, 34215. Let's see how it sets to factory when I'm going to cut a key by code. One of the first things you have to do with the Defiant is change the master code. So we know the master code is 123456. So remove the inside panel, and to get that, okay, we take that off. There is a reset button. Okay, then I got to press set, enter the code, master code. That's the master code. Press lock, hit that. It took it, maybe. Then press 10. There. 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, 1. Hit there. And hit the set code. Okay. Let's just see if I hit the new master code. Okay. It took the new master code. Now, let's just see if the old one works though here. Okay, good. We've reset the master code. Now let's add a user code. We can add up to 10. So let's go through this. We hit the little start button on the inside, the little set button. It's a little red button. Let's hit it. What does it do? Now I press set once, enter the master code. Then press that. Seems to have taken it. Press 20. Press there. I'll enter my new code. 4. Press there. Press set on the back. Let's say we're going out. We hit lock button. It locks. It's locked. Let's okay, it works. So let's lock it. Let's see if the master will open it. So that's good. Master code will open it. Master code has to be 6 digits. The user codes can be 4 to 6 digits. Okay, let's say we want to delete one of our codes. So delete, hit the set button. Then hit the master code. Hit lock, press 30. Then press the lock and enter unwanted code. And press there and hit the set button. Let's see. Let's just say we're locking, we're going out. Okay, it deleted the code. Now when you're doing all this programming, have the door open. Don't lock it. I had a lockout at 11:30 at night. Somebody bought a lock similar to this online. They installed it, closed the door, programmed it, and it screwed up. So she tried everything, she couldn't get into it. I got there. Luckily, it had a key override. I picked it. It didn't take long to pick. And then I got it open. Then we were able to get the instructions and figure out how to program her user code and everything else like that. But what a pain in the butt for her, and what an expensive lesson. And I've had the same thing happen with customers with smart key locks. They lock it, go outside, try to reset their smart key lock, and they mess up and they're locked out totally. So always do anything programming or changing or seeing if your lock works. Do it with the door open first, then you know if you got any problems before you get that far. With these locks, put in alkaline batteries. Don't use lithium. If you put in lithium batteries, you barely get a warning. This thing says it gives a low battery warning light. We'll throw some bad batteries in. Let's see what it does on that. So let's grab some bad batteries, see if that works. So the installation instructions are okay, nothing really that fancy. 10 user codes. You can delete them, you can add them. We can enable or disable the beeper. Oh, we have an auto lock function, which I always like. So you can set this up as an auto lock. So the instructions are okay. We have a delay timer. Now, if I want to set this back to factory, we can restore it. There's instructions here, and they're available online or in your pamphlet. To replace the batteries is pretty basic. All we have to do is just take off, there's 2 little tabs here, push 1 tab in at a time, take off your cover, replace your batteries. I like Duracells, Energizers are good. I'm just used to these, buy them at Costco. And I say replace them minimum of once a year, or every time twice a year, you should be replacing your smoke detector light. Your smoke detector battery should be replaced twice a year, spring forward and fall back. I say the same thing with these. Even though they say that the batteries could last a year, change them twice a year. I go to so many lockouts with electronic locks that the batteries are dead and they don't have the key for the override. If the batteries do go dead, there's no external You can't put any external power to this, so you have to have the key. Nobody seems to have the key. Let's see how it picks. So if you're locked out of this lock, how am I going to open it? There's a couple different ways we're going to open this, and the first and easiest is we'll just pick it. If that doesn't work, we drill the shear line. If that doesn't work, if it's a bolt problem, which happens quite a bit, we will drill the 2 mounting screws. Okay, I threw some dead batteries in. I ran it about 10 times, and this is what happens when the battery's about to die. So flashing amber, batteries are dead. Let's see how much longer it'll last. So we've had 2 warnings already. This is the 3rd. This is 4th. Okay, let's rekey the lock. How are we going to do it? So take off the inside cover first. Just spring-loaded cover. I think we can just leave the batteries in. Let's see what happens. There we go. Disconnect the wire. Undo the 2 mounting screws. Now, these will be important later for if we have a total failure. This is just rekeying at the moment. Pretty fragile wire, be careful. So here we have, take apart the lock. Got a little C-clip there. Use the quick set pickle. There we go. I want to get the little C-clip off. Now if we don't have a key, we can shim it. The shim will go in there pretty good, but I have a key. And this tailpiece is crimped on. It's a Defiant lock, and it looks to be a quick set, and it has the code on there. So what I did on my code machine, I put in quick set, cut a key by code, the key works. So the Defiant has the same specs so far, where I could cut a key by code, and it will work the lock. So that means to rekey it, I can make up, any quickset standardized key code and rekey this to quickset pins or the lab kit using quickset. So what I'm going to do right now is let's just see what's inside. I'm pretty sure there's a couple of mushroom pins in there. So let's just take it apart. Use my follower. There we go. There we go, pretty normal. And this is the key I cut by code, and it was good. Let's take a look at the top pins. First one, hard to see. The first one's a mushroom. Second one's a normal driver. Third is another mushroom. And I'm going to go from the back. And a regular driver is another mushroom. So interesting. 1, 3, and 5 are mushroom pins. Okay, we're going to pick it counterclockwise, in this case, to open it. I like a rigid pick, and this is a right hand. Hook and diamond, I like it. Again, gentle half the time, I always find. Now if it just goes over to 3 little... Wait a sec. Let's just give it a pick. Light tension, rake it. Help if it was on the door, it would hold it better. I like to rake, and then I like to feel who's binding. Must be a mushroom there. There we go. Pretty quick. Not a big deal. Right hand. It's one of my favorite picks. So let's, how do we defeat it next? Is we use a leashy. Okay, KW1. We know it has 5 pins. Just listen to this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's a 5 pin, not 6 pin. Use the leashy KW1. There we go. Got it in. First one's a 3. Second one's a 4. Third one's a 2. Fourth one is a 1. Fifth one. Oh, it's a 5. Yeah. Was it a 5 or a 4? Oh, 6. It's a 5. I rarely see 6s. So pretty good. We were able to pick it, read it. We could cut a key. Let's say we had 10 locks like this. Why pick them all? We could just make a key. We can read it. So it's a 2-in-1 pick. We can pick it and read it. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Subscribe to my channel. Also, visit my website and you can see what online locksmith training I have for beginners, intermediate, and advanced, as well as my covert methods of entry and my non-destructive methods of entry.